evening, everyone. Please stand for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you. So we'll call this meeting to order. This is the December 3rd, 2020 special board meeting to address electronic voting. We'll take a quick roll call. Vice President Spooner.
Present.
Treasurer Tubbs.
Here.
Director DeFilippis.
Here.
Director Palmer.
Here.
Director Roper.
Here.
And Director Wells.
Here.
Thank you. Quorum is established. And General Manager Piniella, please confirm proof of notice. This is one requiring a 14-day notice period.
Yes, proof of notice.
Okay, thank you. So last year, the Board of Directors unanimously passed a resolution authorizing electronic voting in support of Sandoval's elections held this past March. This step implemented a process to initiate electronic voting as well as offer facilitated potential benefits for all in Sandoval. With electronic voting, we saw cost savings on election oversight, postage, printing, and a process which I believe was more secure than paper ballots using our association attorneys' established system called Becker Ballots. In addition, residents reportedly were pleased with the ease and convenience of electronic voting. It's important to note that those residents who prefer the traditional paper ballot process will continue to have the choice of voting that way. Electronic voting is in addition to, not a replacement for, our traditional paper ballot process. And last year, I just want to commend the election committee. They did a tremendous job informing residents both in and enrolling those residents who opted in to use electronic voting. So at this time, I'd like to motion to authorize electronic voting by members of the association and note that electronic voting will continue for use for all future Sandoval Board of Director elections and community-wide votes in perpetuity, or until such time that a future board makes a resolution at a notice board meeting that electronic voting will not be used for the election of the Sandoval Board of Directors and or any community vote that year.
So moved.
All right, Bill, thank you. Discussion?
Are we confident?
Melanie, thank you.
Are we confident that we will be able to have the same success with electronic voting in terms of making sure that it runs as smooth as it did last year? And are there any obstacles in front of us this year that weren't present last year? A concern. And the other thing is, I think we need to authorize Becker ballots. I would like to amend the motion to authorize Becker ballots.
Okay.
I'll accept that amendment.
Okay, Bill.
I think one of the recommendations of the committee last year was to establish a election committee.
I don't either. And that's kind of the input that I'm looking for, frankly.
We did solicit volunteers, and tonight on the agenda is to stand up the election committee. Casey has a list of volunteers, and we'll establish a board liaison.
Okay.
That's on the agenda for the board meeting following this.
Okay.
Okay. And all right, and then we'll discuss that at the election time, at the when we get into the ad hoc committees. All right, so the motion was modified to include authorized Becker ballots, which Bill so moved, and Melanie second. Okay. So, are we ready to vote? Is there any other discussion?
I do have a question. Our incoming management company, did they not offer electronic voting?
In my experience, the management companies that I've seen don't offer electronic voting. We've had our law firm, Becker Poliakoff, providing Becker ballots, and the reason we're doing that is it saves us money from the cost of legal, because our counsel doesn't have to review all the agreements and all the details of another voting system. And there are other voting systems out there, but they're not aligned with particular management companies. It's just a service that you pay for secondarily, at least my understanding. And if you know something different.
So we'd be paying a one-time annual fee?
Correct.
That's what we're paying.
$350 Becker recently. Yeah, I think we have a good starting platform based on last year's success, if you will. There will be some tweaks. I've had some preliminary discussions with Lee Brohl, who you know was,
Rockstar. I mean,
rock star, intimately involved with the electronic voting piece.
right.
So,
And this Becker Ballots ran well, answered all our questions, but it's not only Becker Ballots, it's the team we assemble to make sure that this is a fluid process that assists the community.
right.
Anybody that's already signed up for it, that carries over, or do they have to re-sign up? If we, is it starting a new account, or is it a continuation?
It continues over.
We still have the record of those that have authorized for electronic voting.
Well, I'll be begging them to
Yeah.
please help us.
I
They should
think that the
transition- they should
authorization
migrate
it remains valid until you submit another document
Until you
taking your name off.
Opt out. Right.
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Because
Are you talking about
but we'll-
residents voting, or are you talking about the committee?
we're
No,
talking
residents voting.
Residents voting.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I was under the impression that residents always had the option to vote by paper ballot. I mean, even if you're authorized to vote electronically.
That's correct.
You can only vote once.
You can only vote once, right? Really? one per resident. One per residence. All right, so are we in a position now? Is there more discussion, or are we in a position to vote? All right, so the motion was to authorize electronic voting by members of the association, to authorize Becker ballots, and to note that the electronic voting will continue now and in the future. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nay? All right. The motion passes. Thank you. 7-0. You got that right? Mm-hmm. All right, so this concludes the special board meeting to authorize electronic voting using the Becker ballot system. So is there a motion to adjourn? All right, Ron, second?
Done.
Done. Okay, sorry, I didn't see your hand. All right, so we'll move right to the regular board meeting.
All in?
Oh, a motion to, okay, yeah. Motion to adjourn.
Aye.
Aye, all right, very good, thank you.